Becoming More is a group exhibition by a visual art class in the Department of Creative Arts at the University of Lagos.
The Madhouse within the premises of the University of Lagos has always been the venue for creatives to exhibit their art and crafts, and this show is no different. As students from a set in the visual art class within the Department of Creative Arts in the institution showcase their latest works in this exhibition.
Becoming More is an exhibition of the 200-level students of the Visual Arts Unit of the Department of Creative Arts in University of Lagos. This is just a course called Curatorial Practice. And at this point in time, we've gone out to explore all possibilities in showing the students all the protocols of staging an exhibition, from preparation of whether painting, sculpture, ceramics, textile, and the commerce of art. This is what this course is all about.
The works of art are a blend from painting, sculptural pieces, textile, and more in order to make a statement.
The title of my work is Educate the Girl. It's basically about educating, giving an opportunity to those girls in the rural areas of Nigeria a chance at education, because I feel it can push Nigeria forward and bring it out of the dark to a brighter future. So females should not be segregated when it comes to education. They should also be given a chance to be educated, because it will help the future and the growth of Nigeria.
This is an image of a squirrel, and I titled this work Out of Treasures, Tales of Survival and Abundance. I was inspired by the squirrel because squirrels have a very distinctive features of skipping their food during the dry season, and during the rainy season they eat the food they have kept during the dry season. So it's talked about when you are work when you are young, so you know work when you are old. It's talking about time and season, talking about time of plentiful, time you have and time you don't have. So when you are young, that you are active now, you have to work. And when you are not active, when you are old, you reap what you work. So you want to be everyone to be like a squirrel that will keep their food when they are young and they have time to work. And when they are old, they will have enough to eat.
The title of my painting is Muse, and it's all about self-introspection and realization. So I couldn't find a better reference photo to use other than myself, so I had to do a photo shoot of myself, and I used it for my painting. So it's all about self-reflection and realization. The piece is talking about me thinking about whether I'm actually making the right decisions in my art, my career, whether I'm actually hanging out with the right friends, whether I'm actually networking right. It's just, I want viewers to always, when they see this piece, to take a step back and actually think about the decision they took last minute and ask themselves those questions that people tend to shy away from, and actually tell themselves the truth, whether they're actually doing the right things or on the right track. So basically the piece is all about asking oneself questions and reflecting and introspecting on one's mind and everything.
My work is actually feminism. I'm trying to bring out what woman is to the world, her culture, her elegance, the aura she presents, the boldness, a mother, a sister, a friend.
They capture identity, society, rediscovery, and other topical issues in their pieces.
As you can see, the face of the sculpture is the face of the globe, the global world, that ball that represents the world. So there is no gender specification about my work, but I'm going to be using the word she. So this person is trying to find herself in a society whereby you have to pick from everywhere in the world, and it is not possible to actually be a lot of things at the same time. You have to actually stand for yourself and, you know, be the person you want to be. So having to now pick from everywhere in the world, she's losing her identity, her authenticity, and then losing herself as a person. And that is why I used the newspaper to represent each and every part of her world actually burning down, because she's losing herself and her identity. And the newspaper also represents, you know, her thoughts, because it's in chaos, having to think about picking from a particular place and losing our own self at the same time.
The title of my work is United in Hope. The theme is brotherhood. The work depicts young boys who have gone through experiences, life experiences, people who have been exposed beyond their years, children who have been, exposed and put through experiences that they are not supposed to have as children. But then they are standing together in unity, standing together in brotherhood to stand against all the odds, to stand against their background, that they have been brought up with, to stand against all the negativities that they've experienced as children, in hope for a brighter future. So you could see in the artwork, the 1,000 yards there that they have, a show of trauma. It's a show of experiences, a show of so much exposure that they've had that they are not supposed to have as children. But then in the midst of all of the negativity, they are deciding to stand in unity, in hope for a brighter future, in hope for a better life, and in hope for positivity and change.
I got the inspiration from a young boy who is a survivor of different tales and journey at his short age that he has lived on. So the colors I used mainly purple and green. So purple in color theory means maturity and royalty. So relating it to my work, maturity, as a young boy, whose name is Victor, he has attained that responsibility as a young kid that he doesn't have to depend on others for him to acquire his daily bread. And me using green, representing green, is telling a story that green represents life, represents hope. That even as a young boy, even he's facing so many struggles, as young as he is, there's hope for him in the future that he can also be better.
As a nation, if we must make a difference, then we must engage practice. As an artist, artists don't come from the library, they come from the studio. So I sent them to the studio to produce this work. All of this took us about a month. About a month, we started that the exhibition is start becoming more. Each person has to produce 2 works that will be juried, and 1 will be selected for the show. This show, they have produced a catalog, they've gone sponsorship. So I'm so impressed by their leadership. So this is about leadership. So I don't tell them what to think, I just guide them. So think it through, come up with ideas. They went to press, produce a catalog. Those that are doing graphics amongst them produce the designs. They took photographs. So these are the nitty-gritties of exhibition that is a global practice. How to take perfect pictures, where to take the pictures, how the work should look, what the content of the catalog should be. So in this catalog, everybody here has his name, Instagram handle, email. So this for them is their first group exhibition that forms their profile. So I'm highly inspired by their attitude towards all of this, and the outcome is amazing.
Although this is just a course, these students training to be professionals are getting a taste of what happens in the real world when they eventually graduate as artists.